How's it going, everybody? Shockwave984 here, and today's going to be a movie collection video, and this is going to be on a series in which there are 5 films, and I actually gave a little hint to it in the Twilight movie collection, and that is Underworld. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So first up, we have the first film with Kate Beckinsale and Scott Speedman in Underworld. This is the unrated Blu-ray edition because there is like a 2-disc extended version which is on DVD. So yes, you do get that in here. Alright. And there's also many other releases for these films, which I'll get into later on. So here you have special features. You get documentaries, which is cool, interviews, music videos, outtakes. There's the story details here. There's some screenshots. So all these we got used. I happened to find them all for really cheap. A lot of them were like 3 for $10, where I went to at Rasputin Music. So there you see the unrated extended cut, which is cool. I'm really glad they included that on the Blu-ray edition. And then here's the picture. There you see Beckinsale. And okay, so that's the first film. Pretty cool. We have just this one on DVD. We didn't have any of the other ones, but I have seen them all before getting all these releases. And first film, you know, cool, interesting. Definitely a different take on werewolves and vampires, which I did mention in the Twilight video I did. Yeah, so this one is another one of those where they kind of like experimented, like, or maybe just did something different. So here is Underworld Evolution. This is the second film. So this one is more, I would say, like scientific is the way it's described. Pretty much they talk about like you know, about like cells and stuff and genes, talk about bloodlines. Here's special features. You get a lot, which is always welcome. There's like the specs. Yeah, so first one came out, and I think all of these were released in theater, I think, at some point. Yeah, or when they all came out. I want to say they all did. So there's the picture, and then here's the Blu-ray. And by the way, the quality looks really, really good. You know, these are just simple releases, but you do have other ones where it has like different covers. It'll have a character that just says Underworld. You have steelbooks, excuse me, which look pretty cool. They kind of remind me of the Resident Evil ones. So you look at my Resident Evil video, there's some steelbooks that were similar to the ones they did for Underworld, which is really cool. There was also a complete collection one, which I think I can't remember if they were all stacked in there though. Yeah, there's also another collection that you can get, which I'll get into in a second. So you have Evolution, and then we have Rise of the Likens, The Birth of a Hero, The Rise of a Legend, The Beginning of a War. So this is a prequel. And I remember this one was really huge. I mean, they all are pretty much in like their own way. But this was a real big one. I remember seeing this one and really enjoying it. So the main character that I mentioned in the Twilight vid I did, that's in here, it's right there. Michael Sheen as Lucien. He's like the main villain of the first film, or it seems like he's a villain. And he is great. Cast is cool. You know, Beckinsale is awesome. Scott Speedman is cool. You also have Bill Nighy. I think it's Nighy. He's really good. He plays a character called Victor. He's like one of the elder vampires. Here are all the special features. You get Blu-ray exclusive. And also they do a lot of both practical and special effects, like, you know, both CG and then you know, just practical stuff. It's actually really cool. There you see the two. There's Victor. on the left. And then the reverse cover. There you see is like literally the rise of all the Likens. Which is cool. Yeah, I really love the like the costumes and stuff, especially for the wolves and certain vampires. Is really cool. I think the crew did a really good job with that. Stunt work is awesome. They seem to get better as they go along. The stories are kind of hit and miss. You know, the more movies they made. Rise of Likens also. I really enjoyed this one. So you have the prequel after the first two. And then you have Awakening. This is the 3D edition. You see the lenticular. So this was another big announcement because Rise of Likens, you know, came out, did its thing. And I think it was, because remember this was announced, I think, a while after that film. Here are the special features. So this is the 3D one, which is really cool. But you also get both 2D and 3D versions, so yeah. And this one was kind of weird. Like, you have Celine, who's played by Beckett Sale. That's her character. She like wakes up from being, I guess, like just asleep or knocked out. It's been a while since I watched it. Yeah, and then, you know, she discovers something major has happened. There's also a kind of, I guess, a child involved. And then, yeah, this one was kind of weird, the way the story went. Yeah, there's like a little sticker there. So there's Awakening. And here is Celine. But yeah, this was, you know, another interesting take. Yeah, going the more scientific route with the, you know, the vampires, the Likens, or werewolves, was actually pretty cool. Yes, a 2D and MVC encoded 3D. So actually, I think this is just a 3D version. Now that I think about it, I want to say it has both. But we do have the 2D version in another edition. All right, so that came out, and then finally the last film. Well, it's the last one that came out after Awakening. Blood Wars. There's a Blu-ray digital edition. Protect the Bloodline. This was another, you know, kind of announcing like, wait, there's another one? You see the back of it. So yeah, they use like regular, you know, like guns and knives and stuff. So yeah, as far as like powers and stuff, I mean, the werewolves, yeah, they're more like big humanoid, you know, kind of looking. The vampires, they have like, you know, like their big glowing eyes. I think it's mostly blue is how you can tell. And yes, they are kind of like pale. The scientific aspect of it definitely works this way. Here's the special features. Blu-ray exclusives, and then also included. So I think that might have been on the regular, maybe DVD, where they have specialized rounds that they use, both sides. And when you see that, it's like, whoa, okay, that's different. But you know, I thought it was pretty cool. It's always interesting to see a different take. So here is Blood Wars. So there you see like the glowing blue eyes. Alright, so that does it for Underworld. All 5 of the films. And let me show you guys all of them right here. But yeah, pretty cool. You know, this fun series. I'd say pop them in, have a good time. I've watched the first one a lot when we had it on DVD. We still have it, but that was just the regular version. The unrated edition, yeah, you could definitely tell the differences. Some things seem more dragged out. In a way, you get to see where characters, how they get to a certain place. like where they disappeared to, how did people get certain weapons. So yeah, that's cool. So here is the spines. Oops, got them backwards. That. So yeah, it is another one that I wanted to show you guys after for a while now. And then after doing Twilight, might as well do this, another series of vampires and werewolves. Pretty cool. Alright, so next up, or last up, is the Ultimate Collection of Underworld. This is includes all 5, this includes all 5 films. So we actually had this before getting the 3D edition for Awakening, Blood Wars, and I think because the only one we had on Blu-ray. No, actually we didn't have any of these. I think. Yeah, now that I recall. We only had the first one on DVD. So there's the cover. Yeah, but I wanted to go out and get them all separately because you get more extras and stuff, which is always fun. So yes, the extended cut for the first film is included. You do have the 2D edition of Awakening in here. Alright, you guys might find this used quite a bit, possibly. There also was a steelbook version, which has some real nice artwork, but I think that's long out of print. Okay, so yes, these are stacked, so just do be aware of that. And it's pretty much the same artwork for each one. So there's the first one. Here is Evolution. There's Rise of Likens. And we'll put those back in there. And then there is Blood Wars. Oh, these are actually backwards. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, so there's Awakening. And then there's Blood Wars. So yeah, pretty much the same. Extras are the same, pretty much. I think there are some that aren't in here. I think it might just be like trailers or something. But yeah, pretty nice set. I think this is probably the more common one that you can find right now for all of them. Yeah, pretty cool. It's pretty much like Twilight, where you have like all 5 films in one set. And yeah, really cool. Underworld. And that does it for the movie collection. And okay, so for Underworld. Alright, so let's put these all lined up. Okay. So we get these all to fit. And we'll move those over. Alright, and there they are. All look really cool. So yeah, another interesting, series on, with vampires, werewolves. There's also something about a half-breed, which does, become a big thing, but then it kind of maybe just, I don't know, maybe dissipates after a while. You do have the thing with bloodlines, but yeah, definitely more scientific in here, especially with the weaponry, when you find out what kind of weapons they're using in there, or what kind of specialized bullets and stuff that they're using. It's like, wait, there's that? You do have the thing with elders, being able to see people's memories and stuff. But really cool. I thought the cast for all the films is great. Michael Sheen's awesome. Kate Beckinsale. It's cool. Really good. Scott Speedman, that was alright. And, yeah, so, Bill Nye is awesome. Yeah, Speedman was good too. And, yeah, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think of all these films? Also, do you think there will be another one after Blood Wars? It's been a while since that one came out. This came out in, let's see, what was it? 2017. So, yeah, and it hasn't been one since. So, yeah, not to my knowledge. And, yeah, feel free to let me know. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.